everybody. So today I thought we might try a little yoga Pilates. So if you've never had a yoga Pilates class with me before, to explain how this works, at least in my class, we're going to blend some traditional yoga with some classic Pilates mat work. So I typically follow the original sequence, give or take, and it's a pretty nice core workout. So if you've never had a yoga Pilates class before, it might be new to you, and if that's the case, please do stop and start as your body feels the need to do and have some fun. So I have a blanket set out because I do like to use a blanket in general. If you don't have a blanket, just grab a towel or a nice fluffy pillow and that'll work just fine. Otherwise, you just need yourself, a mat, and maybe some music that makes you smile. Okay, so let's have some fun. Okay, so we're going to begin seated on the mat, and you might like to sit on your blanket here because we're going to do a little bit of centering meditation and then a couple of opening stretching moves for the neck and the upper body. So go ahead and close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. If you prefer not to close your eyes, just keep your gaze low and soft. Hands can rest on the thighs, either palms down or palms up. And we'll take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Filling the body all the way up with air, inhaling. Letting the belly expand like a beautiful Buddha belly. And then soften on the exhale. Let's take 5 breaths just like that. Breathing in. And breathing out. Letting the muscles of the face relax. Letting the hinge of the jaw soften. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then after your 5th breath, just allow your breath to return to a more natural state of breathing. And then we'll lower the chin towards the chest and slowly blink the eyes open. Let the head rise and we'll change the cross of the feet. I apologize if the camera is shaking a little bit. My cat is jumping on the table behind the laptop. Working from home. Okay, we're going to take the right arm all the way up and over towards the left ear, and then let the right ear drape towards the right shoulder. You don't really need to pull on your head here. Just the weight of your arm will be plenty of resistance. And if you're not getting enough stretch that you would like to have today, through the left side of your neck, you can reach that arm out, spider walk the fingers. Easy release. Head back to center. And left arm comes up and over to the right ear. Gently lean the left ear towards the left shoulder. And again, if you want some more sensation, we're going to walk the fingers out and breathing into the side of the neck. Release. And we're going to take the chin towards the chest. Couple breaths here, just stretching out the back of the neck. And then we're going to take the right ear to the right shoulder. Back to center. Left ear to left shoulder. Back to center. We're going to take a couple more just like that. And you pause anywhere that feels sticky and tight and give it a nice juicy breath. Couple of times, just going forward and to the side, and forward to the side. I'll take one more half roll each direction. And then the next time your head is centered, rolling the head up so it sits nice and easy on the top of the neck. Beautiful. Take your legs back to your original cross position. And we're going to walk the hands forward a little bit. And then drop the head. Couple breaths here. Stretching the hips and in the low back. Big, beautiful breaths. Maybe the elbows come down, maybe not. And then walking the hands back. One more time, we're going to put the second leg in front and repeat that. So we're going to walk the hands forward, getting into the other hip a little bit more deeply. Drop the head, stretching it out. Big breaths, in and out the nose. Maybe the elbows come down, maybe not. Just letting the head fall towards the earth. And then walking the hands back to center. All right. We're going to take just a couple of easy cat-cows. And then we'll come to standing for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and move my blanket out of the way. However, if you are working on a hard floor, I'm on carpet, so I have plenty of pads. But if you're working on a hard floor and you have sensitive knees, this is a nice time to possibly take your blanket and put it on the mat. You're going to want your fringe, if you have any, towards the back and out of the way of your hands. So we're going to come onto all fours. Hands are going to be spread really nice and wide. And hands placed right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. We're going to push the floor away quite a lot. So I'm going to show you physically what it looks like when you drop down into your shoulder girdle, and we want to avoid this. So if I drop down into my shoulder girdle, it sinks. I get a little arch in my back. But if I push the floor away, I'm engaging all those muscles. So we want to push the floor away. All right, so we're going to round the spine, drop the head. Exhale. Keep pushing that floor away. Allow the belly to drop, the tailbone to rise, crown of the head rises, and we inhale. We exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat, engaging those belly muscles. Inhale for cat. Last one here. Exhale for cat. And coming back to a nice neutral spine, okay? So we're going to tuck the toes under, and we're going to take 3 little lifts with the hips and the knees, all right? So eventually we're going to end up in our down dog. So we're going to hover the knees for a moment, cat back, lightly touch down. Second one comes a little higher, and pushing the floor away a little higher. Get a good stretch behind those toes. And touch down nice and light. This one we're going to go all the way into down dog. Take a deep breath. Exhale, lift the hips, lift the knees, extend the heels towards the earth. Find your down dog. Maybe pedal the legs a little bit, one knee at a time. Keep pushing that floor away. Maybe shake the head out, yes. Shake the head out, no. Coming all the way up onto the tiptoes. Stretch, bend the knees one more time. Exhale, reach the heels all the way towards the mat. Take a big breath into the nose. Out through the mouth side. One more. Inhale through the nose. Out through the mouth side. Bend the knees a little bit. Look between the hands. And we're going to slowly walk the feet up towards the hands. Soften the knees quite a lot here. Let the head hang. You might like to take hold of the elbows. That generally feels pretty good. So we bend the knees to get more release in the low back. Hang over a little bit here. Then we're going to touch the earth. Take a nice deep breath here. We're going to push down through the floor with the feet. And we're going to slowly root to rise. We roll up the back. Using the belly muscles to bring the spine in line. Slowly, slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. And we've come to mountain. So I'm going to turn to face you guys. And we're going to take a couple standing stretches here. So as I mentioned in the opening, we're going to do a little bit of light traditional yoga. And then we're going to hit the mat for a while. Then we'll get back up, do some more yoga, and finish on the mat. All right. So your feet are going to be toes facing forward. They can be either all the way together with your feet, or if it's more comfortable for your body, you can have them a little bit apart. Try to make sure that they're not wider than your hips, right? So we want to have them together and no more than hip length. Every body's different, so find the one that works for you. Pulling the kneecaps up, thighs engaged, belly draws up and in. Let the arms hang nice and long. Turn those palms forward. Solid, gorgeous, strong mountain pose. And then inhale, arms come all the way up. We're going to take a hold of the right wrist and then lean over to the left, pushing through the outside of that right foot, getting a nice, delicious stretch to the right side body. And belly brings you up. Switch your arms. Take a hold of the left wrist. Inhale. Drop the shoulders and then lean over to the right. Pressing through the outside, the left foot. Belly brings you up. We're going to take the hands, either taking a hold of your arms or your elbows, or interlacing the fingers behind your back. Soften the knees. Roll those shoulders back and hang it over. Big stretch here. And releasing the bind of the hands or the elbows. And one more time, press through the floor. Belly brings you up. Slowly roll it up. Okay, a couple rolls of the shoulders. Both directions. All right, let's do a couple of sun salutations just to get the body really nice and warm before we hit the mat. So nice classic sun salutations. Okay, so we're going to come to the top of the mat. We're going to inhale the arms all the way up. And exhale, swan dive over those legs. And either touching the shins, the floor, or if you're working with some blocks, you could have blocks right here. We're going to inhale the spine nice and long. Exhale, melt it in, plant those hands. Send one foot at a time back and find a plank pose. Remember, push that floor away. We can either stay with the knees up like this or bring them down for our chaturanga. Either way, those elbows come back towards the body. Resist to lower. We're going to start with a nice cobra pose. So the thighs will stay on the floor. We'll roll up, pull the heart forward and through. Try not to use your arms unless you absolutely have to. In fact, if you can't, take your hands off for a second. Use those back muscles. And then press into the hands. Over the knees, over the toes. Downward dog. We're going to take a couple breaths here and down dog. In through the nose. And out through the nose. 4 more, just like that. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Equal pressure between the hands and the feet. And keeping in mind, if your heels are not on your mat, no big deal. If they're up a little and you need to bend your knees, that's wonderful. That feels pretty good like that. Last couple breaths. And last one. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Soften the knees, look to the hands. You can either step, hop, or I'm going to walk it today up towards your hands. Once you get to the top of the mat, same thing. We do that nice inhale, long spine. Hands can be on the shins or the floor. Exhale, melt it all in. Let those knees go soft. Press down to the floor and root to rise. We'll do one more just like that. Reach the stars and dive it up. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, plant those hands. Step one foot back, the other foot back. Find your plank pose. This time I'll demonstrate knees up, chaturanga. Elbows come back. I'll shift forward a little bit. So my hands are right underneath my shoulders. And peeling the heart through, cobra pose, tops of the feet on the floor, using the back. And over the knees, tuck the toes. Exhale, find your down dog, 5 breaths here. Big, gorgeous breaths in and out the nose. And number 2. And 3 more at your own speed. After your 5th breath, soften the knees, look towards your hands, and we're going to walk the feet up to find the hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, melt it in. Soft knees, release the back. Press down to the floor and use that belly to help you stand. Reach up nice and tall. And this time, hands are going to come to heart center. All right. So we're going to do 2 rounds of sun salutation B. So that's the one that starts with the chair pose, okay, and finishes with the chair pose. So keeping in mind, your chair may look different than my chair. All right, so traditionally we bring the feet all together, but as I mentioned, every body is different. If you're more comfortable in a little space, that's great. We just want to make sure that the spine stays nice and long. So that's my mom. I'll have to call her back. Time for yoga. All right. We're going to bend the knees. Nice long spine, so we're not going to try not to arch the back and try not to curl the back. We want a nice long spine. Hands can be at the heart center. They could stay at the hips if you like that. You can bring them out in line with the shoulders or all the way up to where they match your ears. All positions are fabulous. One more breath here. Inhale, we're going to exhale all the way over the legs. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, melt it in. Step one foot back, the other foot back. Find your plank pose. Knees up or down, yogi choice to release the chaturanga on the exhale. You can either do the cobra like we did in the beginning, or you can do a full up dog. Remember, an up dog, thighs come off the floor, hands are right underneath the shoulders. Either over the knees or over the toes like this. We're doing this first round nice and slow. We'll do the second one up to speed. So we have our down dog. We're going to inhale the right leg to the sky. Bring the right foot up to the right thumb. Spin and drop that left heel. Both hips pointed towards the front of your mat. Push down to the feet, root to rise. Warrior 1. Again, arms can be by the ears, out front, at the heart, or at the hips. Totally up to you, your body, and the day that it is. Stay present. Exhale, frame that foot, step back to plank pose. Exhale to lower, same thing. Pushing into the floor, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. And left leg rises. Left foot to left, thumb. Drop that right foot out to the side, spin the heel. Press down to the earth. Use that belly to bring you up, warrior 1. Remember, hips towards the front. Exhale, hands around the left foot. One more chaturanga here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. And 5 breaths here. In and out the nose. At your own speed. Make them big, full breaths. After your 5th breath, soften the knees, look to the hands, And you can either step one foot and then the other up, or walk them forward like we did a minute ago. Here we go into our second chair. Bend those knees and choose the position for your arms that works for your body. Let that chair cook for a minute, and then reach all the way up. Hands to heart center. Okay, so now we've broken down the sun salutation beat. We're going to take the second round up to speed. Okay, so move at your own speed. We'll all meet in down dog at the end. Let's do it. Okay. Mountain pose and chair pose. Inhale. Exhale over those legs. Inhale, long squat. Exhale, plant the hands. Step one foot, the other foot. Exhale, low. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right foot to right thumb. Spin and drop that left heel. Push to the floor. Use the belly to rise. Virabhadrasana, warrior one. Exhale, frame the right foot. Plant the hands. Plank pose. Lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg. Left foot to left thumb. Spin, drop that right heel. Press down to the floor. Push up with the belly to rise. Exhale, plant the hands. Plank pose. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. If it feels nice, you can exhale out the mouth, get a bigger release. Slowing the breath down. Eventually ending up in and out the nose. Soften the knees, take a look between your hands and step or walk. Your way to the top, inhale, exhale, soften. Bend the knees a lot, push to the floor, use the belly to bring you into your version of chair. And rest to rise, exhale, hands to heart center. All right, so hopefully you're feeling a little bit warm. Maybe take a sip of water and meet me back on the mat for some Pilates. All right, so now we're down on the mat and we're going to begin our classic Pilates mat work. So I'm going to try to follow pretty closely to the traditional series, and that means we begin with the hundreds. So just a little note before we start the mat work, there's something in Pilates called imprinting, and that means to press your low back into the earth. So when we get on the mat, you're going to try not to allow any arching to happen with the back. So just to give you a demonstration, when I extend my legs all the way long, and I just relax, I can pretty much stick my hands underneath my back. I have a fairly flexible back, so it arches a lot. So in order to protect my low back, I'm going to use those belly muscles and push my low back into the floor. This is called imprinting. So anytime we're on the mat, laying down, we want to try to use those low belly muscles to keep our back safe by imprinting into the mat. All right? So first exercise is called the hundreds. There's a couple of positions that we can do this in, and I'll try to demonstrate all 3, the typical positions, and you can choose, mix and match as your body needs today. So we're going to start with the feet on the floor, and we're going to practice just a couple of imprints before we get going. So we're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and press that low back into the mat. Inhale, soften. Exhale, imprint. Traditionally, we breathe out the mouth in Pilates, but do whatever's going to work for you. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, imprint. This time, we're going to keep the imprint, and we're going to take one shin to the ceiling and the second shin to the ceiling, so it's nice and parallel. Keeping that imprint, we're going to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Reach the arms towards the bottom of your mat. This is called a C curve. And it's like we're slapping water here. We're going to pump the arms 100 times. And traditionally we inhale 5 counts, exhale 5 counts, but again, work with what your body needs. Here we go. Inhaling. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Option would be to lengthen the legs. If you choose this, take the heels together, the toes out. And 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You brave souls might want to lower your legs a little bit. And 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. And put the head back. Roll it side to side. Relax your neck. All right. So before we go any further, Before we go any further, this is a good point to point out that your neck may not be used to that C curve shape. And don't force it. Put your head back on the mat, relax your neck whenever you need. You can always pick it back up at any time. This is a practice that takes time to build into, so no worries. We're just here to have a little fun, build a strong core. So head comes up and down as you see fit. Be nice to your neck, okay? So the second exercise that we're going to do is called the roll-up. So we're going to imagine that I have a wall behind me, right? So as I roll up, I'm going to imagine that I'm rolling my spine into the mat. Kind of hard to do with my hand. So I get my cat to move out of the way. Bubble, we're video. Go video. Go video. Animals have a mind of their own. All right, so legs are nice and long. We're going to flex the feet. Inhale all the way up. It's like Paschimottanasana, forward fold to start. We're going to exhale over and roll it. Yeah, like you're rolling up a wall. And exhale over and roll it up. And a couple more like that. Exhale over and roll it up. And one more. Exhale over and roll it up. All right. So we're going to come back down onto the mat for our third exercise, leg circles. So I always advise for extra strengthening to roll back into your mat nice and super slow, like you're moving through pudding or peanut butter or something sticky like that. I always like to think of something yummy when I'm doing this because it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to do. So we're going to roll back and almost find like a Navasana position, like boat pose, right? The feet stay on the floor. Roll it back, one vertebra at a time, to find the floor. We're going to lengthen the legs out. Couple options here for leg circles with the arms. You can take them out to a T position. This is going to be the most stability, palms down. The closer you get into the body, the harder this gets. And if you're working on a Pilates table, you may even have like handlebars here. So I like to take my mat and kind of pull it away from me. Helps to keep my neck nice and long. And we're going to stick the right leg up into the sky. We're going to point and flex it a couple of times. Sorry about the cat. And roll the ankle a couple of times. And now we're going to take our circles. We're going to go away from the body to start. So medium size, around and down for 1. Around and down for 2. Keep that left side nice and solid and straight. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. We're going to take 8 each direction, okay? And now we're going to go the other direction. A little bit across the body for 1. Down and around for 2. And 3. Imprinting that low back. And 4. And 5. And 6. 2 more. And 7. Keep breathing. And 8. Beautiful. As you release the leg, imagine that if someone's pulling it. I'm pulling your leg away from you as you reach it towards the bottom of the mat. Nice. Relax for a minute. It looks simple, but it's a lot harder. So hopefully you have some nice, fun music playing. All right, second leg. We got this. Leg goes up. Flex and point a couple of times. Roll the ankle around. Point it nice and solid to the sky. Here we go, away from the body to start. We've got 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other direction 8 times. We've got 1. Little cross the body. 2, 3. These are harder, I think. 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one, 8. Remember, I'm pulling your legs. It reaches towards your right leg to the floor. And relax. Buddy. Go on. All right. So our next exercise is called rolling like a ball. And I've always thought this one was kind of fun, so I hope you do too. We're going to keep a nice rounded spine as we roll. And as best as you can, see if you cannot put your feet onto the floor, okay? So, again, have some fun. Giggles are encouraged. We're going to keep that nice rounded spine. So we're going to start maybe either holding under the knees, or if you've done this a couple times, maybe you're a little more used to Pilates, you might stay in that nice little tight ball. So you might take down by the ankles or the shins. All right, so I'll show both. We're going to take the feet off the floor, round the nose towards the knees, and we're going to roll a couple of times. I usually do about 3. Knees can come apart towards the ears. And then we're going to find a balance point and nice little tight bow. There we go. All right, taking the hands down. The lower the hands go, the harder this gets because you're in a smaller bowl. Oh, like there's the floor. And 2. And find that balance for 3. Nice little pull. One more time. I'm going to dare to go all the way down to the feet. And 1. And 2. Last one. And a little ball. All right. Rolling like a ball. Okay. So we're going to stand up, do a little bit more standing yoga, and then we'll come back and keep on going with our Pilates series. All right. So coming back to standing on the mat, we're going to work on a little balance, because balance really kind of requires a nice, strong, stable core. Well, it's easier. I'm not required, but it's easier if you have a nice, strong, stable core. So while our belly and our centers are really nice and fired up, let's practice some yoga balance, all right? So we're going to start off with something I call flying chair. So we're going to work the calves a little bit here too. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see a little bit better. And I'm going to come down into my chair pose, hands at the heart. I'm going to sweep my arms back, hover my upper body over, scoop that belly, and let the heels rise. Woo! And we're going to come all the way up. Now you see why it's a balance. Over, scoop the belly, and rise. And reach it up. And fly the chair. Right. And reach it up. Couple more. And rise those heels. And up. One more. We're going to rise the heel. Stay if you can. And drop. And rise. And drop. And rise. Use that wrist a couple feet in front of you. And rise. And drop. And rise. And drop. And rise. And reach all the way up. And hands to heart center. Yeah. Good burn on the thighs too. All right. So, second balance. One-legged balance. Tree pose. So remember, tree can be foot at the ankle, foot at the calf, or all the way up the thigh. Every place is still a tree pose. If you're not used to working on carpet, you've been in the studio, you might find that standing balances are a little bit harder at home. So if that's the case, roll with it. It will actually make your balances stronger next time you get into the studio. So, shifting all the weight on the right leg. Ball the left foot comes up. Solid core. Turn the knee to the side, maybe hands at the hips. And we're going to find the ankle. If you're cozy there, bring it up to the calf. Remember, never on the knee joint. If you're cozy on the calf, maybe give yourself a little hand and bring that foot up under the thigh. Remember, ankle is just as cool as the thigh. Press that foot into the thigh, thigh to the foot. Strong center. Hands at the heart, perhaps. That's feeling good. Maybe rise the hands up. Press it down to the floor. The higher you take your arms, the more movement the upper body does, the more challenging. So just do whatever's working for you today or any day. If this is still easy and you want more challenge, you could sway your tree over towards that leg. Using the obliques to bring you up. Woo! And come back down. Shake it out. All right. Second side. Coming back into the mat. Another thing to keep in mind, if you're on hard floor and your mat feels too squishy and you want, it's causing you some problems with your balance, just come off the mat. All right, so shifting onto the other leg. Strong center. Hands can be at the hips or down. Peel the other heel up. Turn the knee to the side. Find the ankle first. Press down into the floor. Maybe we bring it to the calf. Maybe we take a hand and bring it to the thigh. Maybe not. All good. Strong center. Maybe we challenge ourselves by moving the arms. Just keep breathing. Nice strong center. Press down through the floor. Maybe the arms come up. Try not to let the shoulders come to the ears. Relax the shoulders. And if you are super brave and you feel like challenging yourself today, reach, whoops, I bend. And obliques bring you up if you're side bending. And come back down, touch it. Shake it out. All right, cool. We're going to do one more standing balance before we come back and finish our mat series. So, I think probably one of the more challenging standing balances and one of the ones that really utilizes these muscles we're working on in the Pilates section is Warrior 3. Okay, so coming into Warrior 3, we're going to start standing in mountain, hands at the hips. We're going to slide that left foot back behind you. Keep your hips forward. And then we're going to lengthen the spine forward to bring the leg up, using the core to keep it steady. Now remember, this is Warrior 3, this is Warrior 3, this is Warrior 3. They're all Virabhadrasana 3. So we could perhaps release the hands from the hips, or not. Maybe we want to fly them to the side, or not. Some schools like a nice flexed foot. I have a ballet background, so I tend to like to have my ankle long. And then to finish the pose, the most challenging would be arms forward. And if you have your arms forward, it's like someone's pulling your arms and someone's pulling your leg. And it all comes back up to center. And release. Whew. There's a nice, good burn going on there. But this is what keeps it steady. Let's do the other side. All right. Hands at the hips, mountain pose. We're going to release the right leg. Nice long spine. The longer the spine goes, the higher the leg goes. Moving steady and slow. Never worrying about how far we go. That doesn't matter. Every day is different. Keeping the hips towards the earth. And then releasing the arms, maybe. Use that tummy to hold it together. Press down to the floor. Maybe you like a flexed foot. Maybe you like a long ankle. Either way, play with it. Have some fun. And maybe, arms come towards the ears. Whoop. And standing it up, shaking it up. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to hit the mat one last time, finish our mat series, and have a rest. Okay, so now we're back down on the mat, and we're going to start with the second half of the traditional mat series, and that's going to be something called the series of 5. So I think these are almost the most challenging of the entire series. So please, again, rest as you need, have some fun with it, and remember this is something we work up to over time. All right, so we're going to start back on the mat. Again, rolling back, using control. Imprinting, using the belly. And we're going to start off single legs. So we're going to lengthen the left leg long, hug that right knee in. We're going to take the left hand down towards the shin, the ankle. Right hand stays on the outside. Hover that left leg and nose to the knee. And we're going to curl the belly and switch the legs. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pull both knees in, second part of series of 5. And both legs, both arms. Heels together, toes out. Big out. 1. And pull it in. 2. And pull it in. 3. And pull it in. 4. And pull it in. 5. And pull it in. We're just going to do 6 today. 6. And pull it in. This would be a good time to rest your head. If you need, if you do a lot of Pilates, just keep your head up. We're going to move on to single leg stretch, okay? So, right leg comes up, left leg stays at that hover. Curling head, neck, and shoulders, see curve. We're going to slight pull, itty bitty pull. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We did 12 the other side. So let's do 12. And heels together, toes out. Again, if you want to rest your head, take it side to side. Taking hands behind the ears. Remember, we never pull on the neck, just to support. Curling it up. And we're going to lower the feet just a little bit. For 1. Heels together, toes out. 2. Nice pointed toes. 3. 4. You don't have to go as low as I am. 5, or maybe you want to go lower. 6. What matters is that back stays imprinted. And rest if you need or want. And we're moving on to crisscross. We're going to cross it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Curling it in. Woo, you did it. And resting. Turning head side to side. Nice job. Okay, so we're going to skip, I think, today the additional spine stretch. We did the roll-up already at the beginning, so we're just going to take a nice, easy Paschimottanasana. So forward seated, forward fold, and that's going to prep for our open leg rocker. Okay, so finding your legs out in front, reach all the way up, and exhale, forward we go. You can either take a hold of the feet, the calves, whatever's going to work for you. Just rest and relax, stretch out the back of the legs. You're going to want them nice and loose for the next one. Couple of breaths here. If you're somebody who's really flexible, so using a block if you have it, something that's going to make your legs like longer, you can hold on. That's always nice too. Couple breaths here. And then when you're ready, release. Use the belly to bring you up. So open leg rocker is probably the thing when I teach live classes that gets the most laughs. So it's kind of like rolling like the ball, except your legs are open. Now, you're going to want to probably grab a hold if you have shorter arms like me. You're going to want like your shins or your calves. If you have nice long arms, go for your ankles, okay? So we're going to find that balance on sit bones like you would in boat pose or like we did in rolling like a ball, but with nice long legs. I typically find the easiest way to get into this is one leg at a time. So we're going to take one leg. I'm going to take down here by my calves and ankles. Use that belly strength to balance. Find the other leg. Remember the legs are a little bit apart. So you can see I have a little bit of space. So find your balance first, yeah? And then we're going to, just like rolling like a ball, we're going to come into the roll, soften the spine, try not to let the feet floor, and then find that balance point. And a couple more. We're going to roll and find the balance point. Woo! And two more. And roll and woo! And one more. And there we go. So you Ashtangis are probably pretty easy at this because you guys are used to doing the toe sit. But for the rest of us, it can be a bit of a challenge. Okay, so we're almost done with our mat work. So from here, we're going to actually skip saw today. Maybe another video will do saw, or if you really like your Pilates, you can find some online. And saw is really similar to the roll-up we did at the beginning, and like the Paschimottanasana we just did. So for today's purposes, we're going to skip it and we're going to go through corkscrew. All right, so we can come back onto the mat. So we're rolling it down. We're going to stick the legs up into the air. And again, this is one of those where more stability, arms to the side, palms down. The closer you get, the more difficult. And if you like that feeling, release your shoulders away from your ears, take hold of your mat and pull away. So we're again going to take the toes out, heels together. The legs are going to move as one piece. So we're going to take them down and around to the right, and then down and around to the left, and down and around to the right, and down and around to the left, and down and around to the right, and down and around to the left. Now we can add on to this and make it more difficult if you want for the next couple. If you want to layer on some intensity, when you come to center, you're going to lift up. Yeah? So to show you what that looks like, we're going to go down and around, and lift, other direction, and lift, down and around, and lift, and down and around, and lift. Alternately, if you just want to work on that low belly strength, you can just take a couple of pushes straight to the sky. So we're going to lift the hips, and 2, and 3, and 4, not easy, 5, yeah, so that's a nice one to work on about any time. All right, we're going to roll onto the belly. And we're going to work a little hamstring. So you're going to take your palms together, elbows apart. They're going to be right underneath your shoulders. So to find the correct length, you would cross your arms. It's almost like Sphinx pose or Pincha Mayurasana. We're going to take the palms together. Nice long neck, just like Sphinx. And we're going to take the right leg up and push, push, and down. Left leg, push, push, and down. And 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to take 10 just to be even. 9, and 10. Roll the neck down and around. And one more time. Come on, all the way to your belly. Take a rest. We're going to move into just a little bit of yoga here before we finish our Pilates. One more breath here with an ear down. And then we're going to work on some back strength. Yeah? So release the hands towards the body. And first 2, just the upper body comes up. pull the upper body, leave the feet. And release. And pull the upper body, leave the feet. And release. Now we're going to do the opposite. Palms come down, forehead to the earth, and both feet come up, and both feet come down. Yeah? Both feet come up, both feet come down. So we're going to put it all together for locust pose. Shalabhasana. Reaching upper body, lower body, and come down. Reaching upper body, lower body, and come down. If you want to take your hands behind you, that's also nice. Gets a better shoulder stretch. Third one, we're going to hold it. Breathe. Get longer. 2, 3, 4, 5. See if you can keep the legs and the feet up. If you need a rest, take it. Release your arms forward. We're going to swim Pilates. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Press it back. Child's pose. Two more breaths in child's pose. So we're going to switch onto the left side of the body. Now there's a couple of positions you can do some of the side kicks. We're not going to do the entire side kick series. We're just going to play with a few of them. So the hardest way, most challenging, is going to be up on the arm. So you really lift it off the side of the mat. Next version, laying on the head under the hand, but again, staying very active here. And easiest for the neck, the most relaxing version, is head rested on the arm. So I'm going to take the middle way. Hand is in front of the body, but we try not to roll into the hand. It's just there for a little bit of balance. Those of you who do a lot of Pilates and may not necessarily need or want that arm in front, you can take your hand back here. Yeah? So I'm going to take, again, the middle way, and we're going to take the feet apart using the rotators. Heels together, pointed toe, right leg comes up, flex it down. And all the way up, resist it down. Just like we're going through that peanut butter or that pudding. Couple more. And I think this is 3. And we're going to call up 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Parallel the legs. Top leg comes and hovers a little bit. We're going to take little O circles. One direction, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice solid core, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more set. Remember, pulling away from the floor, being real strong in the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last set, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're going to bend the knees, flex the feet, keep the heels together, and we're going to fly what I call butterfly. I believe in a traditional class, they call this boomerang. No, the boomerang is a completely different thing. It's fun, though. This they call clam shots. So we're going to heels together, knee comes up. 2, 3, we're really working the outside of the thigh. 4, and the glute. 5, second set. Bottom knee on the floor. Everything else rises for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lengthen the leg. Roll it over. And you can either directly roll on either side, but so you guys can see what we're doing, I'm going to switch it up. Try to take the same position on the second side as you did the first. Little bit in front. Turn the legs out. Nice, solid, good core. Lifting away from the mat. We got leg up for 1. Flex it down. And 2. Flex it down. 3, 4. Keeping that belly solid. 5, 6, 7, 8. Parallel. We got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Little circles. One more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees, flex the feet. Butterflies for 1. Almost there, gals. 2. And guys, if you're watching, 3, 4, and 5. 5 more fly in the air. We got 1, 2, 3. This is an easy place to let the belly go. 4. Don't do it. 5. You made it. Beautiful job. Roll it over. All right. We got one more fun exercise to do. It's called the teaser. So I'm going to roll it up. So the teaser is kind of a culmination of multiple things we've already done. So I think the closest exercise is going to be the rolling like a ball. Teaser is one of those things that if you practice with me in the studio, you know I used to like to use a little ball because it's good to have a goal. So think of you have a prize that you're holding between your feet, all right? We're only going to try 3 today, but it's something you can do on your own at the end of a core exercise. So again, have some fun. All right. So it's going to be like a combination of the double leg that we did the series of 5 and the open leg rocker. So we're going to roll into a ball, and we're going to reach for the goal, and roll into a ball, and reach for a goal. And maybe you take the arms behind you and reach. And maybe you swirl them. I know a gal at the studio likes to swirl her arms. And reach. And up. And reach. And up. Yeah? Okay. You did it. So that's going to be the end of our mat series. We're going to take a little pigeon rest and then a shavasana. So if you like working with a blanket or a pillow, go ahead and grab that. If you have some music playing, maybe turn it down to something a little more relaxing. And we're going to take a couple nice minutes in pigeon pose. You can see I just rolled my blanket up. I like to have that as support. So some people like to take a sandwich kind of thing, like this, and put it under the hip. Me, I'm a Tootsie Roll kind of girl, so we're going to roll that up. And I'm going to place it here. We're going to come into a nice down dog. Inhale, leg to the sky. Bring it through and up and over your overshadow. So you see I've got it underneath my hip and my back leg is long. So you can stay here if this is a relatively challenging stretch for you. You can come down onto the elbows. Or maybe you come all the way down and relax. I'm going to take about 10 or 20 breaths and just relax into it, okay? Enjoy your pigeon. Let the head be heavy and the whole body relaxed. And remember, you're not going to move into your deepest stretch right away. It's something that comes over the course of many breaths, many months, or many years. Breathing into the outside of that hip, into your low back. Breathing all the way through that nice long leg. Take 10 more breaths wherever you're at. Last couple here. When you're ready to come out of your pigeon, last breath, you're going to tuck the back foot under, plant the hands underneath the shoulders, step back into your down dog. If it feels nice and you want to release that leg, you can maybe take it up in the air, bend the knee, maybe roll the hip if that feels good. Whatever works for you. And then when you're ready, second leg, up to the sky. Up. So we're going to take the knee towards the elbow. And this foot, you can see my foot's fairly close to my hip. Depending on your body and the healthiness of your knees, your foot may be all the way up to the wrist. So anywhere between wrist and that hip, great. Slowly relax down into whatever variation works for you. And remember, you can change it. Try to find something you can settle into for at least a few breaths before you make any alterations. And then just relax. Breathing into the outside of the hip, into your low back, all the way down into your bottom of your foot of your long leg. Take a few more deep, relaxing breaths. Last few here on this side. And then when you're ready to come out of it, place the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toe with the back foot. Release your front leg into down dog. Or maybe take it to the sky. Do whatever feels good here. And then yogi choice to finish. So if you're ready to move on with your day, maybe just take a moment or two here and sit with me on the mat. If you want a nice shavasana, lay on down and relax and meditate for as long as you desire. If you're finishing with me here now, take a comfortable seat. Close the eyes. Bring the hands together in front of the heart space. Take a moment to congratulate yourself on getting in some good, challenging mat work today. Hope you had some fun with it. And remember, you are strong, fabulous, and beautiful. Maybe a little smile on your lips. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May your heart sit in peace. Namaste. Have a great day.